Hello, everyone. It's Anthony here, not alone. I want to talk to you about two things. One, we're having fun learning how to make a podcast. So, as I record this podcast, I am on Twitch talking to people about how to make a podcast. That's pretty cool. Secondly, I want to talk to you about knowledge and the importance of understanding that everyone has their own piece of knowledge. And I think I've touched on this briefly, but the only way to really take that in is to also learn to listen. And I still have a problem with this as well. There's definitely days that I go through that I don't pay attention to what someone says. And the easiest way to kind of understand if that's one of those days or not is based on how well you remember names. If you shake someone's hand and get a name from someone, and then moments later you don't remember their name, it is most likely because you were not actually paying attention to what they were saying. And if there was a conversation, you were just listening to respond. That's not good. If you're just listening to respond, you're never going to actually gain anything out of any conversation ever. So in order to really obtain a surplus of knowledge easily, trust me, it's a lot easier to learn from someone else, is to just find a way to dig a little deeper into your conscious and really appreciate the moment with that person and look them in the eye, and when they say words, don't think about your reaction or think about what you're going to say back. Just listen to what they say. The rest is going to come to you as you're in the conversation. I can prove this almost easily simply because of the fact that I used to be horrible with names, horrible with remembering people's birthdays, is because I really didn't care about people. I gained empathy over the last, I'd say, year and a half. And what that gave me was that ability to actually appreciate other individuals. And while I did learn things from others, it was not at an actual level. It was more of like my mind just saying, okay, don't do this because they said so, or because they said don't, it was a bad idea. When I actually sat down and listened to their stories and actually let the emotion of what they did in the past, I was able to gain a much deeper understanding to how the world really works, how it really means to create relationships, and then acquire that knowledge later on through that experience. You know, as we go through this podcast right here, I'm talking to Swift Striker, I'm talking to UNIC Shenanigans, love the name, and they've already taught me a lot. Only reason why I'm playing a certain game right now is because Swift Striker was talking to me and helping me pick a game because I've had a problem picking one. And then Shenanigans, brought up a great point. How do you actually do a podcast? What? Swift Striker? Yeah, do it. He asked, how do you do a podcast? And I'm like, okay, well, that's something interesting because I don't give enough moments to it. It's actually kind of funny. When I do these podcasts, I wish I actually spent more time appreciating the simple fact that I have the opportunity to be here in this chair, being able to record with this setup. And then that goes back even deeper to the appreciation of others in those conversations, in that I'm learning from them. What might take me 10 years, it might only take me a couple years. And that's all I'm saying. Learn to listen, and then as soon as you learn to listen, test yourself. Make sure you're remembering names, important things to those people, because that's what relationships are about, remembering what's important to them. And then as you go deeper into that, and as you start listening, that knowledge that they have to give will automatically come to you. It won't be a question and answer interview anymore. It'll literally just, over time, the stories that you have together, what they tell you, the wisdom they have to give, and in turn, you'll also give some of your wisdom. That's how it is. This is Anthony. You're not alone. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment. Anything you want to do, I look forward to talking to you all soon.